My student Rohan went from a $10,000 account to over $100,000 in just 1 month of swing trading. Now in this video, we're gonna sit down and talk to him and understand how he was able to do this as a college student. And the thing that you'll probably find out is it wasn't any secret sauce. It was a lot of discipline, a lot of actually using a strategy and a system based on his personality. But there's so many golden nuggets in this interview.
I love rules. Me as a person, if you give me a certain set of rules to follow and do something, I can just following a system, being accurate. Elsewhere, I was not finding anybody kind of showing me a system that works, something that's traded by professionals. Things started clicking really fast. I started putting my foot to the gas really hard. Between April and May was my best month. Between April and May, I made 6 figures.
They'll be able to help you transform your trading as well. I truly genuinely believe every single person can do this and make it in trading. It's just about connecting these little dots and little things that Rohan will talk about to make sure that you get to that level. Now, without further ado, let's get into the interview, and I hope you get some value out of this. All right, everybody, what's going on? I'm sitting down here with one of my students, Rohan, who joined my Inner Circle program about 6 months ago, and I wanted to highlight a little bit about his journey because lately he's been absolutely crushing it, but I also think that he can help a lot of people relate when it comes to strong cycles where you have to kind of relax in the market, learning how to put your foot on the gas pedal and when to relax. And he's been absolutely crushing it, but I want to hear a little bit more about your story, right? Like, where were you before all this, and what was kind of like your life before you started trading and before you joined a mentorship program?
Yeah, so before this was this goes back to like last year, June. So literally, literally last year around this time, I was trying to, the market was running pretty hot. I was trying to figure out some ways to make money on the side. And I thought trading was, the way to go, like a lot of people think. I always had some interest in the stock market and buying stocks. I had some investments from the COVID time, like the COVID crash, but never really did too much with like trading options. Anytime I had tried, it was just from people posting things on tr threads and trying to copy trades. And I would win some, lose some, never made any type of progress. But eventually, I was searching for like a ticker that I was trading on Twitter because somebody told me you can find a lot of good information on Twitter for like trading. And one of your posts came up, one of the trade ideas, where you're saying like, okay, I'm watching these stocks for buy on a break of high a day, stop loss here. Like, okay, he's saying he's gonna take this. I'll try it. I'll see tomorrow, see how it goes. I tried one of those trades and then it worked and I made some money and I was like, okay, cool. I tried another one. I lost money because I didn't follow a stop loss. Took some more, kept on taking here and there and was just kind of hitting break even in the end. So I eventually decided to join your Discord, see what it's all about. And even in the free Discord, you were posting these like Sunday weekly scans, like where you would
Yeah.
just, talk about like what you're watching for the week, what the market's looking like, and we could ask you any questions for free in the call. So I remember just typing all kinds of questions, asking about this ticker, asking about why are you buying this or this and that, and you would answer all for free. So that was really cool. And I kept on doing those with the trade ideas, and then after a certain point, I decided, I gotta just pay for this Discord. It's like $80 after, like you drop the discount code, like only $80. Okay, so join it for a month, like see what it's about, and you literally alert everything in there for free, explaining why you're taking a trade, telling when you're entering, when you're stopping out. So I just started following your alerts, and when I would, when the trade would win, I would obviously make some money. When it would hit the stop loss, I wouldn't necessarily follow the stop loss. And I was just kind of
Yeah.
noticing a pattern like, yo, he's picking the right stocks. I'm trading the right stocks and the right options, but I'm just not following the rules like he is because inside it's hard taking a loss as somebody who doesn't understand what trading is. It's all about probabilities and, the long run basically in trading. So after taking some of your, alerts and following things and seeing that I can make some money with this strategy, and binge watching all your YouTube videos where you post everything for free, by the way, which is like so valuable. After doing that, I was just like, I saw you posted about, you're doing a mentorship where you can actually learn in depth with you. And I'm thinking about like, okay, it costs a certain amount of money, which is a lot to me as a college student. So
Yeah.
it was kind of a big decision for me at the time. And I'm so glad I made it because looking back now, that amount of money is like, it's like how much I put on a trade.
That's a crazy thought though. Like the fact that,
Yeah,
now
right.
you're
That
like that's how much
I'm
money you risk.
I'm putting, yeah, like I'm risking that much on a certain trade now.
What kind of made you want to join like a mentorship program? Like, did you think maybe at first you could learn it all by yourself and then it just kind of wasn't working, or was it more so you wanted like someone to make sure that you're like on the right track and like holding you
Yeah.
accountable kind of?
So up until that point, I didn't really believe that trading was a way to make money and that it's something that I think it's a real thing. Because online, there's so many like course
Mm,
sellers, Discord, scammers, people who are trading and they claim that they're profitable and they show you their trades. And I was in a bunch of other Discords where I was trying to take trades and learn how to do this stuff, but I never really understood what these people were alerting or trading and like why they were taking things. Or like inside, I didn't really believe that it, worked. The first time I felt like trading actually made a sort of sense is when I started taking your trades and noticing that he's following a system with a set of rules. And I love rules. Like me as a person, like if you give me a certain set of rules to follow and do something, I'm super picky and anal about, um, just following a system, being accurate.
yeah.
That matters a lot to me. So I feel like online, I mean, elsewhere, I was not finding anybody kind of showing me a system that works, something that's traded by professionals. This strategy has been used for like decades, if not like, maybe 100 years, which is
Generations. Yeah.
generations, literally. So it's like where if you're going to learn any type of skill, if you're trying to get, a high paying job, what are you going to do? You're going to work hard in high school, apply for college, and learn from professionals for like 4 years at least. And then you're going to work with professionals, maybe internships, work with companies, and really learn how professionals are thinking. So I just saw like an opportunity to finally, I found a professional, somebody who's actually profitable at trading. Post everything is completely transparent about all the trades they take and being profitable. So I know that, okay, if I'm trying to learn a skill like this, I have to learn from the best or somebody who's like has taught other people or is, consistent. For the first time, I found somebody that was you. So I was just super eager to learn from somebody like that, basically.
Yeah, and like, what do you think it is that kind of clicked the most for you when you first started to use like a real system in a sense, and like not go to like, not using stop losses, things like that, like actually getting into a system and using rules?
See, using rules, I was never uncertain about any type of trade I was taking or like why am I like sitting in this trade. Previously, I would have questions like I was following somebody or I just liked the stock, so I would buy the stock or I'd buy an options contract for it. I'm wondering like, is this gonna work? Like, why is it gonna work? I don't even know why. Now it's like I
Mm,
have a system to follow and giving me like something telling me like, okay, you're buying this because of this. This is your reason.
mm.
If it fails, then it fails, but you kind of are supposed to trust that in the long run, this system is gonna work on like certain trades. It's gonna not work on certain trades. And I just didn't have to ask any questions or be confused about anything because I knew why basically I'm doing things now.
So actually like learning the system and knowing why, like the why behind the trades, you think is like the number one thing that really helped you have like conviction and everything?
That's the biggest part, having my own conviction. Up until
Yeah.
that point, my conviction was somebody on Twitter or somebody on Discord.
Mm,
Like my conviction is that, oh, this guy's taking the trade. That looks pretty good. Somebody's talking about it on, I don't know, Twitter. Looks pretty good. Now it's like it looks pretty good to me, and I'm gonna take it because I know that,
yeah.
I think it's gonna work. And that's like it's like you don't
That's
have any doubts then now. So mentally, you're able to stick it out in a trade. It's because you took it.
that's like so important, and a lot of people don't really understand how important it is to have that level of conviction. But like when I see your winners that you post, like your trades, and you're holding these like stocks like 300, 500, 1000% on like some of the options, which is, I mean, first of all, absolutely crazy, like good stuff. Second
Yeah,
of
thank
all,
you.
like you can't do that without knowing why you're in the trade. If I get into a trade, you might take profits at 20, 50%, following me because of the fact that you don't really know what you own in a sense. You don't have the conviction behind it. You don't have a plan. So I think that's one thing that, people listening to this interview can really, really get out of this. It's like if you can learn how to have your own conviction and make sure that you do have the confidence to be able to hold things for a long period of time, that's how you catch big winners, right? Like everyone wants a big winner until it's time to actually sit and have conviction in it and let it work, right? And let the market work and not get scared for like every little move that happens in like the market. So that's like one of the most important things that I think not a lot of people talk about, like having conviction and confidence in your system. And the moment you do have that, you'll see like a flip, like just get switched where it's like now you don't even care about taking losses because you know that no matter what, your system is profitable within, a certain amount of trades, right? 10 trades, 20 trades, 100 trades later down the line. I'm still going to come out with profit because I know and I have conviction within that system.
Exactly. Conviction changes everything because now it's like I'm more happy to take a loss, honestly, because you're just happy to get out of a bad stock that wasn't going to work.
Yeah,
Versus
yeah,
back then,
if it's
I
not
was
working.
like, I was just trying to, like just sit through a stop loss, praying that it'll go back up, not really believing that it will. Now I don't even have to think about that.
And I want you to be like totally, you could be totally honest, but if you didn't join my Discord or even the mentorship, where do you think you'd be right now in terms of your trading?
In terms of trading, I'm pretty sure I would have lost everything and given up by now, for sure. Like literally, like I had gone through those like phases too, where I would just like previously trying options trading, where I would just boom and bust, lose a lot of money, like
Mhm.
add more money from my savings to try to make it work and try to trade. And you just go through a really dark phase, honestly, in trading. Like trading can be so brutal. It's like
Yeah.
it can be so brutal emotionally. Like, you don't, I don't know, you're just not able to think clearly because I don't know, you just don't have any belief in what you're doing, I guess.
And now that you are starting to see like some of that success, right? I know you're starting to, you told me you're like, starting to build your account. Do you have like a vision with your trading? Like where, like, do you want to take it somewhere specific? Do you want to be a full-time trader? I'm just always interested, like, and a lot of my students tell me different things. Like some people still want to, work a job and make money trading. Some people want to go full-time. Some people, want to build a business and use trading as like a supplement. What is it that you're like interested in doing?
Yeah, my goal is to make this a full-time thing for sure. Because
Mhm.
I mean, right now I don't see any other like with trading, that's all I see. I just see that I'm like sticking to my system, waiting for the markets to set up for my types of trades, and just trusting that what's been working for the past like few months or like, this whole year is going to continue to keep working. This is like my life has literally completely changed since last year, June, around this time. My goals have completely changed. And I don't know, I'm just a completely different person for sure.
Are you willing to share a little bit about like your results over the last 6 months?
Okay, I won't say a specific number, but I'll say like
Okay.
in the past 2 months, or I'll say like in January through March, I was around the break even area for sure.
Mhm.
March was a slightly green, barely. And then like things started clicking really fast. And like I started putting like, my foot to the gas really hard. And between
Yeah.
April and May, May was my best month. Between April and May, I made six figures, which for me is like such huge, like in
That's
two
insane.
months, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like even this like June has only started and I'm already up five figures and the week's not even over yet. So I don't know, I'm just in deep inside, I'm just feeling so good and fairly confident in my like what I've learned so far. And I'm really excited about what's coming too, because I don't know, lately I've been so confident in my trading that I was given expert role in the Discord, which is super cool. And now
Yeah.
people are asking me for advice and tips, and I'm alerting trades, and yeah, just things have completely flipped.
It's like genuinely like a full circle moment. Like I remember when the same thing happened with Steven. Obviously, he's a coach in the group, and he was like one of the first people that became expert, that became, one of the coaches in the group. It's like it comes full circle. And a lot of people don't know this, but when I was in a Discord like a long time ago, before I even started any of my own, it was very similar for me. Like I was pretty much a student there, and then I became someone who was like trusted. People started asking me questions, and it's really cool to like see everything come full circle, like how I've done it, and then someone else is able to do it as well. From like what I've been able to teach them is amazing, and obviously not understating anything you've been able to do yourself, because at the end of the day, like you are, well, when you are trading, right? Nobody could do it for you, right? Someone could teach you, someone can tell you what to do the right way, but at the end of the day, it's you who is the one executing. So and that's the thing, like that's why trading is hard, right? You can have people tell you what to do, you can have the right direction, you can even watch the right videos and still lose money in trading. It's a very hard thing to do, but it's so rewarding when you actually start to use a system, when you actually start to know exactly what to do, and when you finally have that conviction. I was just going to say, like, in terms of like market conditions, like how important do you think that really is?
That's the most important thing, and that's also like the biggest, honestly, the biggest thing that I
Mhm.
learned in the inner circle. Because I feel like as soon as I joined, I had already watched a lot of your like breakdowns on YouTube, which really breaks down literally every single detail of your strategy. So I already had a good understanding of what the strategy is. But the biggest part for me was market conditions,
Yeah.
because when I joined, I saw rapid success. I like tripled my account in a few weeks, basically, or in a month. And then I started giving it back though, when the market started pulling back a little bit and the market conditions were changing because I hadn't been through that and really understood like, how progressive exposure works, how to kind of pull
Yeah.
away from the market when it's telling you to do so. But That was one of the biggest things that we focused on throughout the mentorship because we were in that time where you have to be patient. And every day we would hop on these live trading
Yeah,
calls or the classes. And you, Will, Stephen, we're all drilling into our heads how important it is to be patient, how important it is to remember the system, and these kinds of words of like affirmation, like while we're trading in like a really difficult time in the markets was really needed and much
yeah,
needed for me personally because I went from like the super high of like feeling like I'm on top of the world, so I know everything, to like getting humbled a little bit by the market. But having that like support system with you guys, being able to ask you any questions I want basically every day, like being able to get inside your guys' heads, because that was like the most important thing to me. If I'm trying to learn something, like a skill like trading, I want to become like the people I'm looking up to, basically.
yeah.
That's like there's no better way to do it than join some kind of, education, like the inner circle.
Yeah, and I mean, first of all, like how crazy is it that like just a month and a half ago, it's like we were in probably one of the most like annoying consolidating like market we've had in like a while. And then it really makes you like think like why am I even trading during this time like in the first place when I could just make all these gains now and just like protect my capital when things are going sideways.
Yeah.
But it's just funny, dude. Like market conditions are, it's crazy. Like if you get a good trend, whether it's up, down, whatever it is, you have to take advantage, and that's a big skill that I think you're really good at is taking advantage when the time is right, and that's why you're having the success you're having. It's like obviously the market is giving a lot of opportunity, right? It's much easier than it was a few months ago, but a lot of people are not capitalizing, right? There's a difference between identifying that it's easy and then capitalizing. It's like if you know how to capitalize and you can press on the gas when the time is right, there's so much money you can make, especially in a type of market like this. I mean, you've seen it, firsthand. It's really truly life changing. Like I don't throw that word around just to say it. Like people can completely change their life around in a few months, and I think you're a testament to that. If someone's on the fence about joining a program or even starting like swing trading, because I know a lot of people are scared to like swing trade, use this type of strategy, but what would you tell somebody if they were on the fence?
I mean, I would say first you have to ask yourself the question, like, are you even serious about trading? You know, people like are always looking for a quick way to make a quick buck, like I was too when I started. But
Yeah,
I'd say you have to pretty quickly get yourself into the mindset that you're looking for something long term that's going to give you success long term. And if you're looking for something like that, then you need to learn from professionals, learn from the best. And I haven't really found any other mentorship or any program to learn from that I think it personally think is legit. So, I mean, literally a year ago, I was watching a video like this that you guys are watching with Stephen on the call, where Sean and Stephen are talking about how Stephen just joined the boot camp and now he's a really good trader and he's being profitable. And now I'm literally on this call. Like, I don't know what else I can say. Like, anybody watching this could be on this call too. Like, I don't know, a few months from now. It's just about
that is
it's up
very
to you
true.
now. Literally anybody can. It's just up to you now to decide like if you're serious about it. And if you are, then you just gotta like take the leap and just try it. I mean, nothing's gonna come for free. Like you do have to invest in yourself, invest in your future. And if you trust in yourself, then you will be a prof. It will work for you if you just work hard enough. If you have enough grit in you to like persevere through the tough times in the market, then just like anything else, you will be rewarded, I think. And it's so worth it.
100%. Yeah. Once you get there, like the freedom that you have from trading for starters is just insane. Not only financially, but like time freedom. But in general, like from your experience and the last year, is there anything that you think somebody should like really hear in terms of like something that's resonated with you, like that really helped you click, right? Not like like an aha moment, but like that was like the turning point for you. Was it like one thing specifically?
The turning point for me was realizing what real trading is and what real profitability in the market comes from. It's not from knowing where stocks are going to go or knowing what the market is going to do. There's no like secret like recipe or secret code
Yeah.
that you're looking for. It's just about like I think it's kind of a fight against yourself. And the only way to like, you can't just do it alone, I think. Some people have done it alone. I guess you kind of did it
Mhm.
alone, you were like trying for 2 3 years, figure out trading, but like not everybody can do that. I think most people can't. And if you are serious about something like this, then like my turning point was, yeah, I think the turning point for me was like basically like trusting in trading and trusting in the whole system and the
Mm,
process. Like you have to, I guess you have to try it for yourself. If you're just like half-assing it or like trying to make something quick work, and like make like little quick buck or some quick money, I'm
mhm.
sorry, it's not going to work for you. It's going to have to come from within, I guess.
Yeah.
Your passion for trading, you know. Um, but I mean, my whole turning point was literally just joining a program that really taught me everything I needed to learn. Being able to like get personal with like my mentors, my coaches, and ask them any kind of questions I want. Like you're not going to find that anywhere else. Most people are not even open about what they're trading or like how they're making money or online. So if you find something else like that, let me know, guys. But until now, it's only the inner circle or the options cartel.
Dude, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
After everything like that you've been through over the last year, how does it feel now, like on the other side of it?
It feels real now. Like it feels like I feel like I'm like you and Stephen and Will now, basically.
Yeah.
Like back then, I feel like I was just I don't know, I was just a nobody, like trying to figure this out, like the billions of people out there who are watching TikTok videos and Instagram reels of TJR or some other random trader making a few $1,000s on a TikTok now. But now, like my whole perception of trading has completely changed and what it is, the opportunities that there are in the market. If I hadn't learned a skill like this, I wouldn't like I wouldn't be able to like live the life that I'm living right now, which was much better for me personally than a year ago. So it's
Yeah.
just I'm a completely different person, and yeah, I'm just super excited for what's to come too.
That's awesome, dude. There's really big things to come. I'll tell you that for a fact for you. I could tell when someone's going to be special. Like I told Steven the same thing. In trading, you're going to be special, and you just got to keep, doing what you're doing. And anybody that's listening out there, you could do the same exact thing. Nobody really is necessarily different than others. It's just a matter of what, Rohan was saying, put the work in, believe that you can actually make it happen, and, have a passion for what you want to do, and actually, go all in, like put the work in, right? You can only do it, like you can only, fail once. You might as well, just try your best at that point, put everything you have into it. But dude, I really appreciate the interview. I appreciate the time, and you're absolutely crushing it. You're gonna, kill it in the market. And thank you for giving everyone some value.
Of course, thank you, Sean. Thank you for everything, dude.